It was great. He was extremely cordial and talkative, and certainly enjoyed meeting the players, and had a few words of wisdom for them. And I know our guys were all very honored and felt privileged to be a part of that today. Regardless of your political affiliations or what you think you believe or whatnot, it's pretty cool to have the most powerful man in the world right there, in Hadel Auditorium visiting with your kids. I think Jaron's asking, tell us about your game, and then he went into a little talk about his game, and basically said, I'm not fast or anything, but I'm faster than most 53-year-olds. But no, he was good. He was good, and he follows college ball. He knew we just were coming off a big win, and certainly wanted to know who we had next, and he told us we better be ready when we go down to Texas. I think I got a pretty good relationship with our guys, most of them, and a pretty open line of communication. But very rarely do they just text me out of the blue and say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing today?" Even though it happens periodically. But after this today, half the team texts me immediately saying, "Coach, man, that was awesome. Thanks for, allowing us to be a part of that." And certainly it's a big deal for everybody. But you look at Svi. Who knows how Svi has viewed the President of the United States coming from the Ukraine or from what Russia thinks of us and that kind of stuff. And he filmed the whole thing. He was really into it. And then you think of kids, especially African-American kids that maybe come from tough environments, Cliff and Jamari being from Chicago. He wanted to know right off the bat, hey, what high school did you go to? That kind of stuff, and made those kids feel special. So, I would think anybody that's in his business is probably used to crowds and used to knowing how to play to crowds and everything, but he certainly made our guys feel very good today. You know what? I don't know enough about it to know how it's all handled, but I wouldn't say it's department-wide. I'd say it's university-wide because, at most places, in order to put 7,000 people in a venue, then you probably have to go to athletic facilities. So I don't know that we deserve the credit or say how was it for us, excluding us from the campus. I think it would just be a campus-wide deal, and certainly, any inconvenience it caused by having the president here, I don't think anybody felt it at all. I think it was a first-class deal, and certainly one that we should be proud of.
What do you see in Texas?
They're big. I mean, they're huge. Maybe not quite as tall as Kentucky, but they can put certain lineups out there that are as tall as Kentucky. Their front lines is big, without question. They just their guards aren't quite as tall. So they're extremely long. They're going to play zone a good percentage of the time, we would think, and then also play man depending on how the game's going. But they're good at both, and certainly great on the boards. I believe their rebound margin is second or third in the country, and their field goal percentage defense is second or third in the country, and that's playing man and zone. So we know they're good, and then of course they can throw it into tall guys that can turn around and score the ball. So it'll be a tough game for us, but in our league all the games are tough, and you should have to play very, very well to beat a team of their caliber on the road. Well, I think I timed it at 14 minutes and 36 seconds. About 14 minutes and 36 seconds. No, seriously, probably 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. And he shook everybody's hand and wanted to know everybody's name, and certainly took a couple of picks and just group picks and shared a few words of wisdom. I thought it was pretty good. I told him, hey, they said, now you need to worry about your academics too. You didn't come here just to play ball or whatever he said to that extent. And I said, hey, Mr. President, overall team GPA 2.93. And you know what he said? Got to get it up to a 3. Well, which basically tells you don't ever be totally satisfied, which I thought was pretty cool for our guys to hear.
So I mean, it was a real cool experience. Though he spoke about like how he watched us. He watched a couple of games and stuff like that. So I mean, it was just totally just awesome. Oh man, that's definitely up there. It's not an opportunity where many people get to meet him. So I mean, I'm blessed and honored to get the opportunity to do that. So it was just an awesome experience, and we'll never forget it. Great team, a big team. So I mean, I feel like we go down there and compete like we have been, you know, and I feel like everything will go well. And I mean, just the key is with us is just the energy, you know. So that's all we have to do.
He was really humble. He was really welcoming. It was a big thing. He made it seem like he was meeting us, but we felt like we were meeting him. Oh, no, that's just the President's jersey. I'm just wearing number 1. That's his whole thing. He said if we want any tips, just ask him, but nobody asked him for any.
He was real cool, real humble. Came in, introduced himself, talked about basketball. So it was a great experience meeting him. He joked around about us, about the brackets and how we kind of disappointed him 2 years ago and stuff like that. So he definitely knew about Jayhawk basketball. Wayne said Evan, I would say Josh Pollard. That's the man. That's the guy. He's really smart. He knows a lot about politics and stuff like that. So I would say Josh. I mean, that's a big part of our team. We focus on defense a lot. So when coach tells me who I'm guarding, I just try to lock in and keep that person from doing what they like to do. So I mean, I have a lot of confidence in my defense from having to guard Frank every day in practice. So I feel like I can guard anybody.